All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. So let's do this. This might be a pretty short video, but I want to throw out a little theory that I have here because, might play out, might not. This isn't, we'll see. Conspiracy theory, as it were. You know what I'm saying? The kind of conspiracy theory that you can't get in trouble for. But we're going to talk about it. And also, you may notice a shift towards clickbaity titles and thumbnails. And you want to know why I did that? Because they perform well. And you want to know what else? It's super fun. Also, you will notice any of my clickbait titles are completely in line with what the video is about, okay? So like as an example, I did the Aldo, new truth exposed. That was totally accurate, right? I did the Dustin Poirier is lucky to be alive. Yeah, he is. I was just talking about the Dan Hooker fight, because he took a lot of punishment. I went over that in the video. And then the other one was, Gilbert Burns, new sparring footage, dominating Kamaru Usman. Also accurate, 8.5 minutes into the video, but nonetheless, it's accurate. So this one, I'm sure I haven't figured out exactly what I'm entitled. It's something about, conspiracy theory relating to Masvidal and Colby Covington. Now, this one, to my loyal viewers, is not going to be a new theory, but I have a related theory as it relates to what's going on right now. So if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. And if you hate my clickbait the new clickbait thing, I'm the new king of clickbait. So cry about it in the comments. Ooh. Anyway, so let's do this thing. So here's the thing. They've been talking about the Colby and Masvidal fight like forever now, right? They've been, we got to make the Masvidal and Covington fight. Got to make the Covington and Masvidal fight. And for some reason, it's not getting booked. Okay, now even Dana is saying, yeah, that's the fight to make. It's been going on for months and months and months and months and months, and no one can figure out what's going on. Okay, I have a theory about what's going on, and I'll share. This could be totally wrong, could be totally right. Okay. Generally, when someone is haggling for more money, they're talking about that publicly, right? Now, Masvidal has already established that he pushes the needle on pay-per-views, so his deal is going to be established. He's in the level of Nate Diaz, Conor, Khabib now, where he's going to get back in on a pay-per-view no matter what now. But Colby, I'm not really sure, but Colby generally makes noise when he's mad about money, so it doesn't seem like that's what's holding it up, right? Doesn't seem like it's a money thing. So here's my conspiracy theory, okay? So anybody, again, who watches my channel consistently knows I'm pretty confident that the Colby and Masvidal beef is a large constructed fake, beef where behind the scenes they're still best friends, okay? And I love that. And again, for the 100th time, anytime I talk about this, I just want to say that should make you want to watch the fight more, and it should make you more proud of both of them because they have literally constructed a make-believe beef over multiple years when they are literally best friends, okay? And again, more evidence of that. I talked about this on a previous video. Colby is obviously in contact with the Trump family, and then all of a sudden Masvidal is campaigning for Trump. It's like, geez, I wonder how that relationship got created. Huh? So Colby, his arch nemesis, is taking pictures with Trump in the White House, and then suddenly Masvidal is the only other fighter that's involved with the campaign. I don't know. Seems a little fishy. Also, on election night, Colby was at the White House, right? And Masvidal was totally absent on social media. Oh, well, Masvidal, what were you doing on election night? It's I just took a 2-day hiatus from social media because I definitely was not at the White House with Trump and Colby after having campaigned with their family for, a few weeks. That's not where I was, right? But again, it's one of the most finely crafted, beautiful things I've ever seen. I love these guys. I love Masvidal. I love Colby Covington. When you watch the old footage of them, when they were living together, it's like watching a video of me and my best friend that lived together forever. It's exactly the same. Okay, so yeah. So what are we doing today? We're gonna go to Trader Joe's and shop for food to go cook because we got these broads coming over, and we're gonna have a competition trying to jump our head in this thing, and it was literally like watching a video of me and my buddy Mike that lived together forever. And again, there's just absolutely no scenario where he and I would end up enemies. None. And if we got mad at each other, there's a 0% chance we'd go public with it, unless we were both professional fighters and we wanted to create a good story to promote both of our careers, okay? So here's the conspiracy theory that I'm laying out now about why this fight's not getting booked. I think it's possible Masvidal doesn't want to fight him now, right? I think it's possible that Masvidal's I'm going to make the same amount of money no matter who I fight. I don't really want to fight Colby, I don't really want to fight my best friend now. Before, when we were trying to, build that hype up, it was because that particular fight would make us both a bunch of additional money. Now that's not really the case. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is like the best, Masvidal strikes me as a guy who wouldn't want to punch Colby in the face or beat him, And I don't think Colby loves the idea of beating Masvidal. But, they'll make an enormous amount of money. But I would imagine, like, if they are going to make the fight, the haggling probably has to do with them saying it needs to be a main event. We need to get paid like it's a main event and yada, yada, yada. Because, again, you're not going to convince me that they actually hate each other. You're just not. I won't believe it. But I'll tell you this, I will promote the shit out of that pay-per-view because the fact that, assuming that I'm right, again, that makes me like it even more. Hopefully, and maybe they're going to do The Ultimate Fighter. That would be amazing. Like, if they do The Ultimate Fighter, they do the full season together, and we'll get to watch them, pretend to hate each other the whole time. Maybe they'll convince me. Maybe they'll convince me throughout the show, and I'll be like, wow, maybe they do hate each other. But, as a person who's done multiple reality shows where, we faked beef, and I faked, I've said crazy shit on a reality show shoot that was completely fake. I'll tell you guys a funny story about that, actually. So, when Gabrielle and I were filming the show where we got married on TV, so the way they would do it, at first they just tried to mess with us to actually make us fight, and we were like, okay guys, listen, you're never gonna get us to fight, like never, okay? So just tell us what you want us to do, and we'll act that out. And they're like, and then by the second day they just started doing that, and after the first scene of us acting, they were like, oh, they're totally pulling this off. So it was literally like shooting a movie. So in one scene, we were planning our wedding, and they're like, okay, in this scene, Jesse, so this is the ring that you're gonna, this is your guys' ring. You're gonna look at it with the guy, and then as soon as the guy from Takori gets up, I want you to slap the ring box closed and say, I think we have something to talk about, and you're gonna confront her about having hung out with her ex-boyfriend while she was back in Palm Springs over, whatever week, okay? This was all completely fabricated, obviously. They paid her ex-boyfriend to pretend like he was in on it, whatever. So we filmed that scene, right? And I go back and forth with Gabrielle, and I was like, and she's like, I don't understand. It's not like I slept at his house. And I was like, well, you're fucking lucky about that because I'd have put both you guys in the dirt. And I looked out at the crew after that and realized, and I saw the producers who had coached us to do that scene, and I looked at them and they were like, and then I'm looking around, and you know how you can all of a sudden get a feeling of a situation that you were in that you were kind of unclear on before? And I realized only the executive producers knew that we were faking this, okay? So the rest of the crew, all these people thought that I legitimately just told my fiance, yeah, it's lucky you didn't sleep at his house because I put you both in the dirt. I mean, listen, I was just, I was going off the cuff. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was a very awkward situation. Then we finished the scene, and then her and I were hugging, and then the producers came up. They're like, "Dude, you can't make it this obvious that you guys are faking it." Now, anyway, so they obviously didn't put that line in the show, but you're gonna have a hard time convincing me that you can't fake stuff like that for reality television, even if they do a good job. But I don't even necessarily. I don't know. I want to see the fight because I want to see them do well, but I don't love the idea of watching two best friends fight each other. But anyway, I love those guys. That's what I got. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. Peace.